in your first book, you highlighted a disagreement over whether the basmala, so this, we're speaking about the invocation that's at the beginning of every chapter or surah of the Quran, except chapter 9, and is considered verse 1 in Al-Fatiha, in the first chapter of the Quran. Okay, but your disagreement specifically, the disagreement being referenced here specifically over Al-Fatiha, chapter 1. So a disagreement over whether the basmala in the opening chapter of the Quran, Bismillahir Rahmanir Rahim, is truly a part of that chapter, i.e. an actual verse of the Quran, or whether it's merely recited as a blessing. Given that the opening chapter, Al-Fatiha, is recited 5 times daily, with 3 of them out loud, how can one question this?
No, it's a good question, and that's I think the reason why I brought this up in the book is that during the discussion of tawatur, so it's a matter of tawatur. If it's something that is recited every day, multiple times, how could Muslims disagree on a verse that is part of the Quran?
Can you just define tawatur for?
Yeah, so tawatur means. Tawatur means that a certain report or knowledge, a certain thing, is widely known for people, okay? Regardless of their backgrounds, regardless whether they met or not, regardless whether they have intention to fabricate or forge or lie a story about that. So it's a widely known report that we don't need to question it, and we don't need to research its validity. So when we say that the sun rises from the east, we don't say Gabriel told me that his father told him that the sun rises from the east. Everyone knows that. And people in China knows that. People in Europe knows that, okay? So that's tawatur. It's something that is well known. So it's well known for all Muslims that the Quran was revealed from God to Muhammad. That's by tawatur. It's known for everyone. So the issue here is the Quran mutawatir or not? Is every single verse in the Quran known to Muslims or the Muslim community or not? And the discussion of basmala comes in this regard. And the disagreement among Muslim scholars is until today, it's not resolved. And you have 4 camps. You have one camp who say it's part of every single chapter of the Quran. You have a second group which says it's not a verse from the Quran at all, except in Surah An-Naml and chapter of the ants in the middle of it's not at the beginning, it's in the middle.
Where, I mean, and that's in the context of the Queen of Sheba.
Exactly. So innahu min Sulaiman wa innahu bismillahir rahmanir rahim. It comes in the middle of the chapter. You have a third group. It says it's part of Al-Fatiha only, and you have a fourth group which says it's only a verse separator. So it's just separates. It's independent verse. It separates between the verses. So the disagreement is until today, it's not resolved, and it's acknowledged by Muslim scholars that we have disagreement in that. There are different ways to harmonize all these different opinions, but again, Muslim scholars take positions regarding whether the basmala is part of the Quran or not. And it's a good question, and it's one of the issues that is raised during the discussion of tawatur in the Quran.
Yeah. Okay, terrific. Thank you.